Hello everybody, and welcome to Fate Grand Order Babylonia, episode 20 anime review. Another, my god, this is awesome episode. So much cool poo happened to censor myself. I'll tell you what, here's a thing that, he'll sum up how pretty damn awesome this episode was. So normally what I do for thumbnails is I get a picture of whoever had the coolest standout moment in the episode. This week I was like, there's like 5 different people who all had cool things they did. How am I supposed to choose? I did eventually, but it wasn't as easy as it normally is, which is, that shows how bloody good. I'm really going to miss this, this show. I know it's been pretty it's missed weeks or whatever because it's a weird episode count. That's fine, that's whatever. The show, I wish more shows were given the episodes they need. So the episodes to fit the show, not the show to fit the episodes, if that makes sense. Really, God man, this episode, it was the big old final battle and it was awesome. Let's jump into the episode and see what went down and everything. A lot of this episode is me going to be going, ooh, wow, that was cool. Because realistically, the whole episode was one big fight. There was other stuff that happened too, but it was, you know what? Let's get into it. We open up with the first Hassan, remember him, Grand Assassin, whatever you choose to call him. He's pretty badass is what we've learned. I guess because he makes the concept of death appear on Tiamat, Beast, whatever. And that was cool, got blue lines all over her. Let's actually, know what, before we go too much further, let's talk about the CG, because it's a thing. Although it's not ideal, and it really doesn't blend too well with the 2D animation, is what I noticed this week. However, they tried to hide it a little bit. Like whenever there's a scene in particular when Ishtar is shown alongside it, but when she shows up, there's smoke covering, like she shoots things and there's smoke to cover it, so it makes it blend in a little bit better. It's still not ideal, obviously, but it's better than if they just left it regular. There are other scenes too where it doesn't show it full on, so it doesn't look as bad. So, yeah, I know everyone hates CG, but they did an alright job of trying to blend it in, which, I think I give them props for that. I give them props for trying. Didn't completely work, but I will give them props. And that's the one negative thing I'm going to say this episode. I'm not very negative. If you've been watching for a while, you know that. I'm pretty fanboyish about when I like stuff. I'm like, that was awesome, that was awesome. Anyway, back to the awesome. Everyone attacks her once the thing of the, death has appeared and everything. It's cool. She starts heading up to the surface and a bunch of Lamu show up, but they're super powered Lamu. Proper 11 whatevers. I can't remember exactly what they said, but I was paying attention at the time. Basically, they're super strong Lamu. They gotta go fast. They're really quick. Ishtar and Merlin hold a few off. Then a rescue girl fights a few. The first Hassan is fighting a few. It's all over the place. It's cool. I don't have too much to say other than it's cool. I really think the really good animation has really not saved this show. It would have been good regardless, but elevated it to a whole new level. To where every week I'm like, damn, that's awesome. And the music fits a lot too, especially later on. Everyone is losing their respective fights, which is, it's not too good. It could be a lot better for them. And then some swords start raining down before the beast can get to the real world. And I was like, swords, flying swords. And it took me a minute. I was like, where have I seen? Oh my god, like that. Bloody Gilgamesh in all his honor and glory. Bloody sword Archer Gilgamesh, servant Archer Gilgamesh. I'm not too sure how he got there. They said, oh, excuse me. That's the virus. That's not real. That was a joke. Not a very tasteful joke, but it was a joke. I kind of regret saying it. Yeah, Gilgamesh shows up. They say he had such a strong will that he forced himself to be summoned. Forced the Grail to summon him to help. Which, at first I was like, that doesn't make too much sense. But then I remembered in Prisma Ilia, this is a weird connection to make, the Gilgamesh class card, like, its ego is so strong that Miyu in that can't control it properly. So I'm guessing Gilgamesh has a big ego or a strong will, and they sort of make it so he can do things that other people maybe can't do. That might just be me reaching and seeing a connection where there is none. But if it was intentional, I think that's pretty genius, to be honest. If it wasn't, it's there. I made the connection, other people can too. Good job. But yeah, then the beast uses like a reality marble. It's about to use a reality marble, and then Gilgamesh calls it, not Gilgamesh, I'm sorry, Merlin calls it the Negagenesis, which is a cool name if I've ever heard one. But yeah, what exactly is it going to do though? That's they say something about it rewriting the universe or creating a new universe, which is, that's a hell of a thing to be doing. You know, don't be doing that all willy-nilly. So then we have Noble Phantasm Con. Hopefully it doesn't get cancelled. Ereshkigal uses hers to like trap it to stop the spread of the thing, the Nega Nebula, different show, Negagenesis, and traps it momentarily. So then the good guys basically they have a brief moment to come up with a plan, and the plan they come up with is you use a Noble Phantasm and use a Noble Phantasm and you charge in there like a reckless idiot. It was pretty reckless. It was cool though. You know what? We'll start from the beginning. I'll give a bit more detail than that. So, Mash has got to use her Noble Phantasm to sort of resist the thing. Merlin also jumps in. It's like, I can help too. So, good on you, Merlin. Then Gil basically says, or someone says, only a living person can get inside there. And Fujimaru's like, ah, crap, I'm the only proper living one here. I guess Mash is like half because she's a demi-servant or a pseudo-servant or a half-servant. Forget the terminology. I think it's Demi. I think she's Demi, and then Pseudo is that what Ishtar is? I tell you, man, they got so many different words that mean almost the same thing, but not exactly. But yeah, regardless, that's irrelevant. Basically, Fujimaru's the only one who can go in, and he is. They did a better job with Fujimaru. This whole series, they've done a way better job with Fujimaru than I thought they would. I thought he'd be super bland and super. What's the word? Passive, I guess. But no, he's very like on it. He's on the ball. He's take charge, and he does cool things sometimes. Like this episode, Fujimaru, like you can tell they kind of put effort into him, which is not something I was expecting. I was expecting him to be one of the worst protagonists, which he's not. He's actually. I think I like him more than Sieg, more than the extra last encore guy. Can't remember his name. Hakano? Was it Hakano? Whatever. I think he's pretty alright. They've done an alright job with your boy Fujimaru. Thumbs up for that as well. But anyway, let's get to the actual thing. So, Gil gives him a golden knife as well. I thought that was pretty cool. Don't know what the golden knife is. It's probably relevant to something or someone. It's probably well, they're all noble phantasms, aren't they? They're all like super awesome swords and stuff. So, good job, Fujimaru. You done it. Merlin and Mash both use their noble phantasms like at the same time. It's pretty cool. There's like it's like a flowery. It's also extra cool because it's like Camelot, and then Merlin's Merlin. He mentions Artoria at one point, not Altria, Altoria. I saw that in the subs and I like scowled. I was like, no, that will never be your name, and it isn't your name. We all know it. I don't know why they insist on trying to make that a thing. I don't like that being a thing. Artoria. That's Saber, by the way. For those people know that. I don't need to clarify that. Anyway, Ereshkigal. This part I didn't really like because it felt sort of unnecessary. Like everything's going on, so this got barely any time really. Ereshkigal dies or disappears in Ishtar's arms. I saw what they were trying to do, but it was kind of. With everything else going on, it was really lost in the everything. Because immediately after this, we had Fujimaru's reckless charge through the thing with this cool black and white effect going. It was cool, Fujimaru charging. He's a good guy. Then, like on the outside, Gilgamesh is holding him off without moving because he's cool. Didn't realize how cool. No, Gilgamesh was always cool. Like, he was a bit of a dick before. Although this is Dick Gilgamesh. But he's cool. He's still cool. Does he? I'm assuming he still has the memories that have happened, He's not coming to this completely blind. Or at least something. Because he seems to know them. So I'm assuming he's got the memories. It's just his personality has reverted, I guess. I think that's how it works. I think it's like you you have the memories of your whole life, but your personality is from like this period. Like, so he's got the personality of younger Gilgamesh, Archer Gilgamesh, but he's still got the memories of when he died, I guess. I guess he must have died because he's been summoned as a summon. Summoned as a servant. That's easy to say. Anyway, let's get back to it. Hassan, the first Hassan, is also inside because he can just do that, and he helps Fujimaru not die, which is, that's helpful. You know, it's helpful to victory, is keeping the guy that can do things alive. Fu is there and teleports Fujimaru. Didn't know he could do that. I think he like stores magic power or something, so I guess he can do that. And then Fujimaru stabs Thingy in the head. And yeah, after that, the thing goes down so they can attack again. Gilgamesh bloody shines, uses Enuma Elish, the Ea, to and just literally obliterates what's left of the beast. And it's pretty damn cool. Like, I feel like I've said that like 5 or 6 times this review, but yeah, that's what I said. Everybody does a cool thing. It's pretty damn awesome. So yeah, then in the dream, Fujimaru tells Tiamat, this like original Tiamat, which just looks like a regular person, sort of. Hey, your children loved you. Bye-bye, thank you. And it's like, alright, bye Tiamat. Then at the very end, Mash and Fujimaru get like petaled back up to the surface. Don't know if the others went up there as well, because at the end it was just them two. I'm assuming like because they won, it's over, you know, everyone else might have gone. Although maybe they just weren't laying with them at the time. That would also make a lot of sense. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. It was bloody cool, as I've said many times this review. It feels like it's a thing I've said probably too many times, but hey-oh, here we are. I'm assuming next week it's going to be like mostly epilogue. Maybe we'll get some farewells if they are still around. And then we'll maybe get a bit in Chaldea where they're like, we found the big bad, go deal with him, but we won't actually deal with him next episode because I assume they'll do that in its own series and or movie and or OVA lengthy episode. I've not got that far. Fate Grand Order, as I've said, I don't actually know what the big old final battle is. Or, you know, how it plays out. So, maybe they'll do that at some point, I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll ask it here, because this felt pretty final, you know, big old final battle, even if it wasn't the final episode. So what singularity do you think they're going to do, or should they do next? Do you want to see next? Personally, I remember liking America. I can't really remember any. London was alright, I think. I can't really remember, to be honest. But yeah, I'd say maybe do America. That was 5, I think. So we'll work our way backwards, you know? So we'll do one last. The first one last. That makes sense, right? No. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. I will see you next week for another episode of this. The final episode of this even. And bye guys.